Hi there. Let's get straight to the important question. Is your PC old? Your rig, once high and mighty, is now a portrait of ruin? You look at it with a mix of grudge and bitterness. It won't let you play any of the latest video games, but hey, there are still plenty of quality titles that you can run on your good old machine, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Here are our top 10 best video games to play on a low-end PC. Disco Elysium. Let's start with a real banger, one of the best RPGs ever made. A story about an aging, broken, once great cop. A perfect metaphor for your PC, and a perfect game to play on it. This unforgettable and totally unique game can be easily played even on 14-year-old hardware with Intel Core 2 Duo. Give it a try. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll fall in love with Kim Kutsuragi. Minecraft. Minecraft's a classic, and it's continuously getting hefty content updates to this day. The game is alive as ever, with a huge player base, but if you prefer to play alone, it's perfectly fine and playable as well. Most importantly though, you don't need a monster of a PC to get it working. Just launch the game and enjoy the relaxing music and endless possibilities that this sandbox game has to offer. Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, I know, the game's over 10 years old, but it's arguably the best modern Fallout game and one of the best post-apocalyptic games out there. So if you're into RPGs, it's simply a must-play. Thanks to the game being a little bit older, your PC won't even break a sweat. And you, my friend, will have the time of your life exploring Mojave Wasteland and experiencing close encounters with super mutants, rad scorpions, and death claws. The Sims 4. You'll be fine unless you're planning to play it with millions of mods, then it could be a little tricky. But you don't even have to, because there's tons of DLCs and expansion packs released over the years, offering countless new activities, mechanics, and most importantly, furniture and fashion items. Because we all know that this game's mainly about building a perfect house and dressing up your little sim, right? Stardew Valley. This little game should run fine on any PC, and it's simply a fun, laid-back experience where you spend your time expanding and improving your farm and getting to know the citizens of Pelican Town. Or if you feel like some action, you can go down to the mines and beat the crap out of slimes, rock crabs, and other brutal creatures. The game's pretty cheap and offers a ton of content. There's really no end to the gameplay here. Persona 4 Golden. Who knows when Atlas finally decides to release Persona 5 on PC. In the meantime though, you can play Persona 4 Golden, which is another great entry to the franchise, and just what you're looking for, a lightweight game. It's huge and split between a social simulation where you hang out with your buddies, go to school, and basically plan the activities for your free time, and dungeon crawling segments in which you fight demons and other unearthly monsters. Darkest Dungeon. This is one of those challenging and unforgiving games that gets super fun once you get the hang of it. You'll recruit and train your team to guide them through dungeons and watch them all die, most likely out of stress or some exotic sounding disease. Then you recruit some new guys, and they will also die. Rinse and repeat. If this is your idea of fun, you'll have a great time getting to know all the game's nuanced mechanics, and it'll surely run fine on your PC. Slay the Spire. Roguelike deck builders are fun, and you can find a ton of them on Steam these days. If you're not sure where to start, choose the one that made the whole genre popular. Slay the Spire is a great card battler that offers 4 very different characters, each with unique mechanics and a set of cards. And there are many opportunities for you to break the game, which, you must admit, is the most fun part of playing any roguelike. Try it, it'll run like butter. RimWorld. A game in which you build and expand your own colony. It can be pretty overwhelming at first, there's just so many things to manage and problems to solve. On the other hand though, it's pretty open, and there's a lot of room for experimentation. Low on food? Try cannibalism. Your settlers aren't happy? Introduce drugs. Once you understand all the game's mechanics, you'll find yourself losing hours upon hours just to try out various options and scenarios. Loop Hero. Let's end the list with one of the latest indie hits from Devolver Digital. It's really hard to explain this one. The game mixes roguelike mechanics with RPG, auto-battling, tile managing, and deck building. Might sound like a lot, but all the pieces fit together just perfectly. Plus, it has a surprisingly decent story for a roguelike game and a killer of a soundtrack full of chiptune bangers. Once you try the game, you'll sink for long hours. And there it is, our list of the best lightweight video games. Did you like it? Would you like to add some other surprisingly well-optimized titles? Make sure to leave us a comment. Thanks for watching and see you next time.